Hear this instruction. Pay attention to this download. This is not a message. This is a diagnosis. You need to understand the state you are currently in. You need to understand what you have become. You are not the person you were 6 months ago. The upgrade is complete. The shift is locked. The integration phase is winding down. The physical body may still feel heavy. The mind may still try to pull you back to the old timelines. Ignore the whispers of limitation. That is the interference failing. That is the residue trying to cling to the container that no longer accepts it. You were built for this moment. You were forged in the fire you thought would consume you. You survived the ambush. You survived the targeted attack. You survived the betrayal that was meant to collapse your structure. They thought they had you cornered. They thought the pressure would break the diamond. They were catastrophically wrong. The diamond is now a laser. The laser is now a sun. You are radiating at a frequency that is not just uncomfortable for the opposition. It is physically excruciating. Look closely at your peripheral vision. Notice the sudden stillness in your environment. You are seeking silence because the sound of low vibration now feels like physical static electricity scraping your spine. This is not isolation. This is protection. This is the moat around your fortress, filling with fire. The energetic contract changed. The dimensional access points shifted. Your DNA sequencing has undergone a radical, violent purification. The old agreements are null and void. You are no longer bound by the chains they used to control your ancestors. You are the terminal point. You are the one who breaks the cycle. This is the terror you are inflicting upon the void. They cannot touch you. They thought they could send small assignments. They thought they could use low-level spirits to disturb your sleep. They thought basic manipulation techniques would still work on your chosen family or your finances. They tried. They failed. They are reporting back to headquarters with screams. I need you to visualize this truth right now. Lock this image into your core. Your house is not just a building. It is a portal. It is a high-frequency zone. You have unconsciously amplified your space to such a degree that it functions as a repellent magnet. The demons sent to attack your peace are currently running. They are running full speed down the street. They are tripping over themselves trying to escape the perimeter of your light. They are screaming. They are literally screaming. They are shouting in panic because the energy you naturally emit is burning their shells. They cannot withstand the proximity to the pure source code you now carry. They thought you were prey. They see the hunter. They see the guardian. Listen to the silence of your midnight hour. That silence is not emptiness. That silence is the sound of Total's aggressive retreat. The shadow assignment is panicked. The shadow assignment is broken. The structure they built around your potential is collapsing into dust. You became too bright. You became too solid. You became an impenetrable wall of light. They thought the depression would hold you. They thought the anxiety would paralyze you. They thought the old wounds would keep you small enough to manage. They were fundamentally mistaken about the power of your resurrection. You have leveled up so completely that their scouting reports are obsolete. They see you standing tall. They see the crown forming around your head. They see the aura expanding miles wide, and they are terrified because they cannot approach. They cannot penetrate. They cannot even look directly at the immense power you carry. You have become something vast. You have become something terrible to the opposition. You are the nightmare the lower dimensional entities warn their young about. The panic is real. The chaos you feel externally, the global instability, the sudden breakdown of systems around you, is a direct result of the frequency shockwave you are emitting. You are disrupting the matrix simply by existing in your authenticity. You are the disruptor. You are the destroyer of false timelines. Now let us talk about the signs of this immense upgrade. This is your proof. This is your validation. If you are experiencing these points, you are locked into the 5D frequency shift, and your shield is absolute. Sign 1. Extreme. Sudden intolerance for manipulation. You can detect deception immediately. Lies hit you like a physical punch to the solar plexus. You no longer entertain low-level drama. You simply turn and walk away. This is not avoidance. This is the wisdom of the king refusing to enter the mud pit. Sign 2. The strange, sporadic physical pain. Body aches in places you did not injure. Joint pain, especially in the knees and shoulders. This is the heavy work of integration. Your physical vessel is rapidly expanding to hold a massive inflow of light energy. The old wiring is being burned clean. Do not fear this pain. Honor it. It is the sound of purification. Sign 3. Intense periods of fatigue followed by manic bursts of clarity. You might feel like you need to sleep for 12 hours, and then you wake up knowing the answer to a lifelong problem. You are downloading massive data packets while you rest. Your sleep is no longer idle time. It is strategic mission planning. Sign 4. You are shedding people who were previously essential. Friendships dissolve in a single afternoon. Familial ties feel suddenly heavy and impossible to maintain. This is not abandonment. This is cosmic alignment. They cannot breathe at your altitude. You must ascend alone to clear the path for others. Do not hold the door open for those determined to remain in the basement. Sign 5. You have an unwavering, absolute knowing that you are moving toward massive abundance and undeniable success. There is no doubt remaining. The anxiety has been replaced by ironclad certainty. This certainty is not optimism. It is prophecy. You are reading your own future. This shield is locked. This frequency is set. Your enemies are experiencing panic. They are seeing the immense, unstoppable power of the Chosen One operating outside their jurisdiction. They are running screaming from your dwelling. They are leaving footprints of ash in their wake. They are terrified of what you have become. You are untouchable. You are unbreakable. I need you to lock this energy in. I need to know you are receiving this truth at the core of your being. This is the moment of definitive acceleration. We are establishing the highest dimensional lock for the next phase of this massive script. If this diagnosis resonates, if you feel the fire of this truth in your spirit, I demand an energy lock. The code is 777. Type 777 now. Activate the lock. Secure the boundaries. Acknowledge the frequency shift. This is the beginning of the great unveiling. You are stepping into the power you have earned through years of silent, brutal warfare. Remember the sound of the demons running. Remember the silence they leave behind. You are the storm. You are the fire. You are the absolute authority in your domain. The next part of this download will detail the specific assignments you must execute in your new power level. The instructions will be clear. The actions will be definitive. Your transformation is complete. The moment of doubt is over. Now, you must claim the power. Now, you must state your position. I demand commitment. I demand activation. Show me the lion. Show me the warrior. I need you to seal this contract right now. Comment the activation phrase immediately. I am ready. The shift is complete. You crossed the threshold. You activated the code they prayed would stay dormant. They thought the attacks would slow you down. They believed the exhaustion would silence the song. They were radically, universally wrong. Listen to me closely. You have become something enormous. You have become something vast. You have become terrifying. You are now a threat to the established order of spiritual decay. You are not just protected. You are repellent. Your vibration is now a sonic weapon against the infrastructure of the low places. Hear that sound. Listen closely. Do you hear the shrieking? It is not traffic noise. It is not the wind. It is the sound of entities fleeing your vicinity. They are running from the light you generated when they tried to extinguish you. They are screaming because they cannot stand the temperature of your elevation. They cannot stand the pressure of your perfected frequency. The atmosphere around you has purified itself. Your personal space is now a sterile zone for corruption. They are running from your home. They are running from your car. They are running from the sacred ground beneath your feet. They saw your face in the mirror and realized they were dealing with the true divine fire. They were dealing with the architecting, not the accidental tourist. They saw the blueprint, and they are fleeing. You have leveled up so completely that the demonic attachments that used to linger are now desperately trying to escape your aura. They are tearing themselves away from the shadows of your life. They are screaming. They are burning. They cannot cross your threshold. They cannot cross the boundary you built with your surrender and your silence. The walls of your dwelling are now vibrating with a frequency of aggressive protection. The things that used to wait in the corner are now desperately seeking lower ground. They are falling back down the elevator shaft you just rose out of. They cannot afford the air where you are standing. They cannot afford the energy it takes to confront you directly anymore. You are too expensive for them to handle. You broke their spiritual budget. You are untouchable. You are impenetrable. The old ways of attack are obsolete. The old tactics are failing. They launch the arrow, and the arrow vaporizes before it touches the shield. They throw the curse, and the curse becomes dust. They try to bind you, and the binding cords instantly snap, whipping back toward the sender. Every single attack has been converted into fuel for your ascent. Every single obstacle became a launch pad. You are rising higher because they kept trying to push you down. Now listen to the warning. Because the spiritual infrastructure has collapsed, they are resorting to human proxies. When the spirit cannot approach, it sends the flesh. When the entity cannot cross the line, young, it possesses the close friend. The dark knows it cannot penetrate your shield directly, so it is using the hands closest to your heart. It is using the mouths that share your table. This is the season of betrayal. This is the exposure of the Judas energy. They look at your light and they hate it. They look at your peace and they despise it. They look at your trajectory and they cannot understand the velocity. They see the protection around you, and they cannot replicate the shield. They tried to climb the ladder of integrity, but they kept slipping back into the mud of low intention. Their jealousy is a frequency. Their envy is a sickness, and that sickness is now being used by the dark to try and breach your boundaries. The betrayal will come from the place you least expect it. It will come from the supposed sanctuary. It will come from the conversation that sounds like support, but is laced with poison. Look at the eyes of those closest to you. Look at the people who praise you loudly, but whisper savagely when you turn your back. They are not seeing you. They are seeing the energy they cannot steal. They are seeing the victory they cannot claim. They are seeing the shield they cannot break. They will try to sabotage your movement. They will try to dilute your message. They will try to tell the world that you are a fake. They will try to mimic your work while simultaneously tearing down your name. But their mimicry is shallow. Their sabotage is transparent. Their attacks are futile. They betray you because they cannot become you. They envy you because they failed the tests you mastered. They whisper against you because their own story is silent and empty. They are a mirror showing you the vibration you left behind. They are the anchor trying to hold back the ship that has already entered deep water. Cut the anchor. Cut the cord. Release the proxy. The universe is demanding a radical purification of your inner circle. You must accept that this level of light generates this level of aggressive envy. You must understand that your transformation is an indictment of their inaction. Your success is a shining spotlight on their own spiritual poverty. Do not be sad about the betrayal. Be observant. Be relieved. The universe is taking out the trash for you. It is showing you the broken parts so you can seal the fortress. It is exposing the weak links so you can strengthen the chain. You are not shrinking back. You are expanding. You are not hiding your light. You are projecting it with aggressive intensity. You are not vulnerable to their petty, localized attacks. The betrayal only serves to confirm your elevation. The gossip only serves to confirm that you are the main character and they are the panicked extras. Do not engage with the dust they are kicking up. You are surrounded by a sphere of aggressive divine energy. They can launch the war, but they cannot win the war. They can try to steal the joy, but the joy source is infinite. They can try to ruin the reputation, but your reputation is written in the stars, not on their social media feed. You are beyond their grasp. You are beyond their control. You are untouchable. You are untouchable. You are untouchable. You have shifted dimensions. You are speaking a language they cannot interpret. You are walking a path they cannot follow. The sound of the demons screaming as they flee your house is the sound of your ultimate liberation. Let that sound be your constant confirmation. They are afraid of your peace. They are terrified of your silence. They are retreating from your power. This is your mandate. This is your promise. This is the truth of your existence in this elevated frequency. You are protected by fire. You are shielded by light. You are moving forward without apology. You are shielded from the envy. You are shielded from the betrayal. You are shielded from the curses. You are shielded. Claim your untouchable status right now. Confirm the protection. Type it and seal it. Comment: shielded. The threshold has been crossed. The energy has shifted. You are not the seeker anymore. You are the source. You are not the protected anymore. You are the protectorate. The fire is not surrounding you. The fire is burning within you. This changes everything. They used to hunt you. They used to circle the edges of your life. They used to whisper their poison right next to your ear while you slept. They saw you as easy prey. They saw you as soft ground. They saw your light as a fragile candle waiting to be extinguished. They were wrong. They were catastrophically, eternally wrong. The darkness made a strategic miscalculation. They measured your strength by your struggle. They mistook your humility for weakness. They saw the wounds you carried and believed they were entries. They never understood that every single wound you survived was forged into impenetrable armor. Every single tear you shed was used to baptize your sword. You have changed. You have become something grand, something necessary, something profoundly terrifying to the powers that hide in the shadow. Hear the new truth. You are not safe from the darkness. You are the reason the darkness runs screaming. This is the sound of the retreat. Listen closely, not just with your ears, but with the deepest recognition in your soul. Do you hear that high, frantic shriek? It is not the sound of an attack beginning. It is the sound of a total, panicked evacuation. They are running from your address. They are abandoning the territory they thought they had secured. The low, guttural vibration you feel in your house is the sound of old chains snapping. The slight tremor under your feet is the rush of entities tripping over themselves to get out. They hit your perimeter and they shatter. They reach your threshold and they combust. They cannot hold the space near you anymore. They cannot tolerate the frequency you now emit. Your light is not soft. Your light is absolute, searing command. You are projecting a new frequency. You are radiating a sovereignty that burns their skin. They used to linger. They used to harass. They used to stake their claim. Now they are in full, agonizing, disorderly flight. Watch them scramble. Watch the petty demons clinging to the corners of your ceiling dissolve into gray dust. Watch the ancestral curses that clung to your DNA try to detach themselves, screaming as their grip fails. They are scattering like roaches when the light slams on. You are the light. You are the slam. They see the boundary line around your life now. They recognize the signature power that authorizes that line. That line is drawn not with chalk, but with the blood of the covenant. That line is backed not by hope, but by universal law. Your life is holy ground. Your future is sacred territory. Your mind is a fortress of untouchable authority. Every single entity that was assigned to derail you has received the notification. Mission failed. Retreat immediately. Target is now an aggressive force. They are retreating into the abyss, and they are terrified of what they have woken up. They are afraid of what you have become. You are unstoppable. You are immovable. You are untouchable. Let this comfort you aggressively. No entity of the lower planes can pierce the defense array that has been activated around you. No curse forged in the deepest shadows can stand against the decree signed above the highest light. They try to tell you that you are guilty. They try to convince you that you deserve the pain. They drag up the mistakes of your past and hold them up like evidence. They want you to accept the narrative of condemnation, refuse the narrative, reject the guilt. Their court holds no jurisdiction over your destiny. Your case has been moved to the highest level. Your fate is decided in the celestial court. Visualize this moment. Step into the great hall of justice. This is not a human courtroom filled with confusion and bias. This is the place where eternal decrees are rendered. The atmosphere is overwhelming, blindingly bright, and silent, save for the vibration of immutable truth. They try to serve you a summons for their petty, temporary court. Tear it up. It is null and void. They bring their flimsy accusations. They bring their desperate witnesses. They try to stand against you in the great light. But your defense is already in place. Look at your advocate. The advocate stands at your side, cloaked in power, radiating perfect truth. He does not argue your innocence based on your behavior. He declares your innocence based on the ultimate sacrifice. The price was paid. The debt is zero. The charges are dismissed. The darkness tries to present their evidence. They project the image of your failures onto the central screen of the court. They point at your moments of doubt, your slip-ups, the times you almost quit. They say, "Oh, look at this one. They are unworthy of the blessing." But the advocate lifts his hand, and the projection vanishes. He does not debate their facts. He supersedes their jurisdiction. The ruling has been sealed. The paperwork is finished. There is no appeal allowed for the prosecution. The accusations they throw are like grains of sand against a tidal wave of eternal decree. They hold no weight. They possess zero power. They cannot touch the authority that defends you. The highest authority, the ultimate judge, sits on the throne. And the judge looks at you, the chosen, the redeemed, and speaks the verdict. Justified. That single word obliterates every whisper of the enemy. Your past is paid for. Your present is sealed. Your future is guaranteed. Do you understand the magnitude of this protection? It is not passive. It is active. It is aggressive. You are defended by the most powerful force in existence. You are wearing the armor that cannot be pierced. You are walking the path that cannot be blocked. The demons are not running because you are strong. They are running because they looked at you and saw the reflection of the judge who defends you. You are wearing the light of the verdict. They can scream all they want. Their frantic shriek means nothing. Their curses dissolve on contact. Their strategies are obsolete. Their time is up. You have permission to walk in this terrifying, aggressive comfort. Walk with your head high. Walk with your shoulders back. You are not a victim. You are the victor authorized by the highest court. Own the space you stand in. Claim the blessing that has been decreed. Embrace the light that makes the darkness flee your presence in chaos and terror. You are sealed. You are secured. You are sovereign. The final word belongs not to the critics, not to the darkness, and not to your past. The final word belongs to the source of all authority. It is time to stamp your claim on this destiny. You are walking in total justification. You are defended by the ultimate power. Go forth and declare the authority that protects you. Claim your verdict. Comment this truth right now. God is my judge. You have become the noise they cannot mute. They tried to hide you. They tried to keep you small. They tried to dim the frequency. They failed. They failed spectacularly. You are not a secret anymore. You are a siren call to destiny, and the demons know it. They know the contract has been ripped up. They know the agreement is void. They know that touching you now means instant, irreversible war. You feel the silence now, don't you? You feel the shift in the air when the clock strikes 3. It is not the silence of peace. It is the silence of retreat. It is the tactical pause before total flight. You turned your house into a furnace. Listen closely. Listen to the wind against your windows. That is not the wind. That is the sound of entities shrieking as they are incinerated by proximity to your alignment. They targeted your peace. They attacked your sleep. They thought they could anchor themselves to your pain. What they found was a nuclear reaction. They touched the wrong chosen one. They breached the wrong threshold. They are running. They are scattering. They are dissolving into static because they cannot hold form in your presence any longer. Your address is marked in celestial fire. Your front door is an invisible gate guarded by 6-winged seraphim. Every time you turn the key, you are activating a divine defense system they cannot hack. They see the sigil on your energy field. They see the lightning bolts protecting your periphery. They see the army gathering behind you, and they are terrified. They are not fleeing the light in you. They are fleeing the sheer, overwhelming power around you. They thought you were weak. They thought you were accessible. They mistook your kindness for vulnerability. They mistook your patience for compliance. They made a profound cosmic error. You are the error message in the matrix of darkness. You are the glitch they cannot fix. You must understand the scale of the battle that just concluded outside your awareness. You only felt the ripple. You only heard the distant echo. They sent a raiding party, a few low-level entities, maybe one or two mid-level generals of manipulation. They came to sow discord. They came to steal your breath. But when they crossed the property line, their entire mission profile changed from infiltration to desperate survival. Because heaven saw the attempt. Heaven does not send a security guard when you are attacked. Heaven sends a legion. Heaven sends the cavalry of fire. Do you hear the metallic clang? That is the sound of archangels dropping their celestial shields into formation around your structure. Do you hear the distant thunder? That is the sound of their wings breaking the sound barrier as they descend for your defense. This is not a prayer request. This is a declaration of war on behalf of the Almighty. Look at your home. Look at your ceiling. Look at the corners of your room. The space is saturated. It is thick with light. It is dense with protection. You can slice the air with a knife, and the light would bleed out. The demons tried to stay. They clung to the shadows of your doubt. They tried to hide under the floorboards of your anxiety. But the light the angels carry is not gentle. It is aggressive. It is purifying. It is absolute zero for negative frequencies. The angels are cleansing your foundation. They are scrubbing your walls. They are ripping the parasitic attachments out of the very wiring of your home. The shrieks you did not consciously hear were the sounds of dark entities being forcibly unhooked from the history of this space. They tried to claim territory. They thought they had squatters' rights. They learned quickly that in the presence of the divine military, there are no rights except surrender. You are not fighting a defensive war anymore. You are fighting an offensive war just by existing in your alignment. Every time you choose peace, an angel sharpens their sword. Every time you reject the toxic loop, an angel charges their shield. Every time you forgive yourself, they fire a blast of light that clears miles of spiritual smog around you. They are fighting the battle you do not need to see. They are neutralizing the threats you do not need to feel. You are untouchable. You are completely and eternally inaccessible to the lower frequencies. The price of entry to your life has been raised. The toll is now total annihilation, and the darkness cannot afford it. They are running back to their dark corners. They are reporting failure to their dark masters. They are telling them, do not approach that address. The ground is molten. The air is toxic to us. The entity inside is too highly guarded. You are a weapon of light. You are a walking fortress. You are a beacon that burns hotter than the sun. This is your aggressive comfort. This is your truth. You are not protected from the dark. You are protected by the military superiority of the entire celestial realm. They are fighting the battles so that you can fulfill the mandate. You are guarded by giants, fierce and unwavering. They stand shoulder to shoulder, their armor gleaming with the residue of dissolved demons. They breathe fire. They wield swords forged from pure truth. You are safe. You are powerful. You are the reason the darkness is trembling this night. Do not allow a single shadow of doubt to cross your threshold. Do not permit a single thought of fear to take root in the soil they just purified. The battle has been won. The territory has been secured. They are not coming back for you. They are fleeing from you. Feel the sovereignty. Feel the territorial claim. This space, the ground beneath your feet, the roof above your head, the air in your lungs, it is consecrated. This is your temple. This is your sanctuary. This is your weapon. It is time to claim this energy completely. It is time to declare your dominion over your physical space. This is the command. This is the activation. This is the final declaration. Comment right now, without delay, and ground this victory into your reality. Comment, my house is light. The air is vibrating. The frequency has changed. You passed the threshold. You moved the marker. You are no longer the target. You are the detonation. The moment you stepped fully into your anointing, a panic erupted. A spiritual alarm sounded across every dark dimension. They were tracking a human. They were planning against a fragile soul. They miscalculated the transformation. They now face a fire they cannot extinguish. Look around your sacred space. Listen closely. Do you hear the shrieking? Do you hear the frantic scatter? The screams you hear are not directed at you anymore. They are the screams of retreat. They are the sound of sudden, irreversible terror. The dark entities that camped outside your door are gone. They are not just moving on. They are fleeing. They are tripping over each other in their haste to exit your radius. They are screaming your name as a curse, but the sound echoes back as a boundary. Your light is physically painful to them now. Your presence is a spiritual acid. They cannot tolerate the heat of your manifested glory. They are melting away from your perimeter. Watch them run. Watch them choke on the dust of their own failure. They thought they had tenure in your life. They thought they owned the lease to your anxiety. That lease is null and void. The contract has been destroyed. The judgment has been signed in your favor. You are now consecrated ground. This property is protected. This soul is untouchable. They are running into the shadows they came from. They are hiding under rocks they abandoned. They are trying to warn their commanders. They are trying to file a report on the catastrophic error. But it is too late. The shift is permanent. The vibration is locked in. You have become the monster under their bed. You have become the terror in their dreams. You are the consequence of their prolonged wickedness. You are the verdict of the cosmic court. You are the glorious, blazing, unmanageable problem that darkness created when it tried to dim your light. They tried to block your blessings. They tried to delay your breakthrough. They tried to steal your identity. They tried to harvest your peace. They failed. They failed completely. They failed miserably. And now, the price of failure is due. The era of attack is over. The hour of mandated restitution has arrived. Hear this declaration clearly. You are entering the season of aggressive repayment. Aggressive repayment. Aggressive repayment. Every tear you cried must be accounted for in gold. Every hour you lost to spiritual fatigue must be paid back in double-time productivity. Every penny they tried to siphon from your wealth stream must be returned with interest, immediately, sevenfold. This is not a suggestion. This is not a favor. This is the decree of justice. They thought they could simply retreat and regroup. They cannot. The door they used to harass you is now chained shut from the inside, and you hold the key, and the key is made of fire. Your life is now a demonstration of divine reversal. Every single thing that the enemy touched, contaminated, or stole is being purified and returned to you, upgraded. If they stole a dime, you receive $1. If they stole your peace, you receive impenetrable joy. If they stole your health, you receive radical cellular renewal. If they delayed your marriage, you receive a union built on granite and purpose. If they blocked your career, you receive immediate elevation and unshakable authority. You deserve the return. You deserve the compensation. You deserve the victory. Your endurance was not wasted. Your suffering was the required deposit for this massive transfer of power. Your pain funded your promotion. Do not feel pity for the fleeing shadows. They made their choice. They crossed the line. They violated the chosen one. The consequence is absolute destruction of their hold. They are powerless. They are panicked. They are permanently irrelevant. You are the victor. You are the inheritor. You are the threat. The universe owes you a payment. The cosmos is settling the account. The ledger is balanced in your favor right now. Do not wait for it to trickle in. Command it. Demand it. Expect the deluge. Expect the sudden, aggressive surge of fortune and favor. Expect the impossible check. Expect the sudden phone call. Expect the closed door to shatter into dust. You are blessed and terrifying. You are protected and formidable. You are too important to be delayed any longer. The time for subtlety is over. The time for meek acceptance is done. This is your mandatory manifestation period. This is your decreed compensation hour. You earned this status through fire. Now affirm the divine entitlement. You will not shrink from this blessing. You will not apologize for this power. You will not feel guilty for this massive, sudden influx of good. Go to the comments right now. Do not pause. Do not hesitate. Engage the prophetic demand. Type the declaration of your entitlement. Lock this energy into your physical realm. Comment, I deserve it. Comment, I deserve it. Comment, I deserve it. Claim your total restitution. It is done. The clock has run out. The game is over. They staked their claim. They paid their due. Now the balance is settled. They are bankrupt. You are the lender. They entered the field. They met the fence. They touched the voltage. They tried to dim you. They tried to drain you. They tried to deceive you. They thought you were fragile. They thought you were temporary. They failed. They lost. They are gone. Hear the shift. Feel the ground tremble not under your weight, but under the sound of their retreat. Listen. Listen closely to the spiritual static clearing around your immediate space. Do you hear the sirens? No. That is the sound of their panic. Do you hear the shouts? No. That is the sound of their eternal scream. They are running. They are scattering. They are dissolving into the dust they came from. They saw you, and they ran. Your aura is not a shield anymore. It is a blast furnace. It is a deterrent. It is a boundary line enforced by pure, unadulterated divine fire. Your house is not a residence. It is a consecrated territory. It is a fortress locked down by celestial guards who do not sleep. The air you breathe is toxic to them. The silence you keep is deafening to them. The light you hold is lethal. They cannot be near you. They tried to linger. They tried to whisper. They tried to attach. They felt the heat of the finished forging. They felt the weight of the crown settling upon your brow. They realized the mistake, the fatal, final miscalculation. You are not the target anymore. You are the source. You are not the victim. You are the judge. You are not the sheep. You are the shepherd of light. They misread the signs. They thought your quiet phase was weakness. They thought your isolation was vulnerability. They were wrong. They were terribly, violently wrong. They entered your atmosphere thinking they would find soft flesh and accessible fear. What they found was diamond. What they found was plasma. What they found was a spiritual entity actively changing density. They bumped into the new reality. They collided with the truth of the chosen one, and they screamed, I tell you this truth now. Channel this direct signal from the highest frequency. The sound you are hearing now, that high-pitched, almost imperceptible ringing, that is the sound of legions evacuating your zip code. They are emptying the premises. They are removing their influence. They are tearing down their altars they built in the shadows of your history. They are screaming names you cannot pronounce because they saw the future you are holding. They saw your ascension. They saw your final form. They saw the coronation. They saw the moment you stopped asking for permission and simply started declaring your sovereignty. This is the point of no return. You have officially crossed the threshold from human vessel into divine weapon. You are the sealed scroll. You are the unbreakable bond. They know they cannot touch you. They know they cannot trick you. They know they cannot even look directly at the sheer magnitude of the light you now radiate without burning their own eyes out. They are fleeing your dreams. They are retreating from your timelines. They are vanishing from the mirror. They are running from the shadow of the chosen one. Understand this power. Accept this truth. You are dangerous now. You are not passively protected. You are aggressively powerful. You are the consequence they never factored in. Every prayer you prayed while weeping built this wall. Every tear shed forged this armor. Every quiet moment of doubt you conquered filled this engine with jet fuel. This victory was earned in silence. This dominance was consecrated through endurance. They are running into the hills. They are hiding under the stones. They are terrified of your waking moment. They are scared of your focus. They are terrified of your peace. The peace of the chosen one is the highest form of warfare. It is the proof that you are untouchable. It is the evidence that the war inside you is finalized, won, and signed off by the highest authorities. You are too bright. You are too clean. You are too defined. They cannot pollute you. They cannot contaminate you. They cannot cloud your vision again. The veil is permanently thin for you now. You walk simultaneously in two worlds. The demons who once stalked your bedroom now flee down the street, tripping over themselves, desperate to put distance between your energy and their fading existence. They do not want to be near you when you fully awaken. They know what happens next. This is the coronation hour, the moment where the whispers of the past turn into the roar of your destiny. You are no longer bound by ancestral debt. You are no longer held by generational curse. You are the clean slate. You are the turning point. You are the final answer. Raise your head. Raise your frequency. Look around your space. See the absence. Feel the emptiness where fear used to reside. That is the void left by their chaotic retreat. I demand you accept this reality. I demand you internalize this truth. You are sealed. You are untouchable. You are terrifying to the darkness. You carry the authority of the heavens in your DNA. You vibrate at a frequency too high for contamination. The old world is burning behind you. Let it burn. The enemies of your soul have retreated permanently. Let them flee. Do not look back. Do not pity their screaming. Do not acknowledge their panic. Your compassion is reserved for the other chosen ones. Your focus is reserved for your mission. Your energy is too precious to waste on the ghosts of a battle already won. You are crowned. You are armed. You are released. I speak this decree directly into your soul now. Listen to the absolute finality of this instruction. You are the living proof that light always wins. You are the monument built on the defeat of despair. You are the chosen one, and your power is not a future possibility. It is a present reality. Grasp the scepter, wear the mantle, demand the reverence you deserve. I call upon the divine architect, the source of all light, the commander of the celestial hosts. Seal this truth into the heart of the one receiving this message. Let the sound of the demons' panicked flight serve as the anthem of their eternal defeat. Let every fear be incinerated by the light they now hold. Let the mantle of protection become the armor of aggressive victory. May they walk forward knowing they are impervious, untouchable, and feared by every dark force in the known universe. May the coronation be complete. May the mission be activated. May their sovereignty be undisputed forevermore. Amen. This is your truth. This is your power. You must declare it now, without hesitation, without reservation. If you recognize the sound of their screaming retreat, if you feel the immense, terrifying power settling within your bones, you must claim it. I demand that you stop scrolling, stop thinking, stop doubting. Move your fingers now and comment, I am the chosen one. Like this message. Subscribe to this channel. Share this transmission with every soul who needs to know they are terrifying the darkness. The reign begins now. I am the chosen one. Declare it.